sometimes when the sky is so blue, it almost looks white. I remember white being everywhere. It was a beautiful day. I think she was 3.5 or 4. I think you didn't have the capacity to understand it, but I did. We were in Turkey at the Kismet Hotel. I mean, looking at it back now, it's a weird name, but we had such a nice time, the trip, and it was, I'm pretty sure it was our last day of our trip. So we went to the pool, and it was sparsely populated. Only a couple other people were there. I was on the layer with Nanny, and we were there reading, and you guys were up playing, and in the back of my mind, I just kept hearing you guys say, Josette, Josette. At first, I thought you were just kind of playing, and then I kept hearing it. Maybe 1 minute had passed, and then I looked up, and I saw Brandon, you kind of leaning over the pool, clapping and saying, Josette, Josette. And then I don't even know the word, but I got up and I realized that you were calling her and she was in the water. And I don't even think I had a chance to scream. I dove in across from where I was, and I was swimming to get her. I mean, I remember going, oh shit. But she was limp, just floating there, lifelessly, just in this blue water surrounding her, and kind of just like a rag doll. Almost like an angel. Her arms were just floating. Can you see me? Like this. And her legs just hanging down. And I just got to her and I got her up to the surface. And then Nanny took her. And Nanny was a nurse, and she started to push her stomach. Then Josette threw up or coughed a lot of water up, and then was kind of coughing, like just, but, gagging on the water. And then Josette was just crying, like just kind of in shock, and kind of was coming through, and Nancy was helping her. And then Nancy wrapped her in a towel, and she said, I'll never forget this, Josette floating in the pool. Brandon, Allah saved my life. Something that you had saved her life, because she could hear you guys. And I don't know, but that was it. And, it just is a terrible event. My whole time being a mom, definitely one of the worst ones. Yeah. So, yeah. I realized the scariest thing about drowning is they call it the silent death. Because, kids will fall in a pond in the backyard, but you can't, it's silent. So had you not been there for her, she would have died. And I just was thinking, we had the best vacation, and it could have all ended with her dying. Truly, in so many ways, Josette had a second life, had a chance at a second life. There is that sort of very powerful decision, I guess, that the universe made, that somehow she wouldn't die, Yeah. Gosh, it's so weird that between Josette's birth being so hard, and then that, she and I together kind of been through these really intense things. And I wonder sometimes if that affected her. You know what I mean? As a person, as a human being, Because look, they affected me and I was an adult. So anyways, there might be some truth to that. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there now. I remember when she was born, I was just, all about that. And I remember thinking, how did that little child survive that? That's hard to think about.